So how much does it actually cost to sell on Shopify and run a Shopify business? So today we're going to be covering all the costs associated with either if you want to build a brand on Shopify or if you want to be doing a drop shipping business model, okay? So we're going to be essentially covering all the basics that you would need to run either of those guys, okay? So if that sounds good, let's go ahead and dive into it straight away. And guys, as always, there will be available a reference, sort of a free guide that you can download for free below the video in the description box, okay? Go ahead, grab that link and download the guide. And I'm gonna be including essentially everything that we're gonna be talking about today, guys. And there will be also a bonus, which is my email, just in case if you run into any issues or if you need help more on the personal level, guys, reach out to me and I'm gonna help you out, guys, I promise. All right, guys, so let's dive into it right away. So the first thing obviously you need is Shopify plan. You can have Shopify if you don't have a Shopify plan, guys, all right? So what's cool about Shopify, they are actually running a promo on their monthly plans for the basic, grow, and the advanced, guys, okay? You can actually get it for only $1 for the next 3 months, guys, okay? That gives you more than needed in terms of to test driving the futures, guys, and also gives you more than enough time to actually build a store so you don't have to pay the full plan price right away, so you can reinvest that money into other business needs, guys, okay? So it's a really cool feature if you're just starting off with Shopify, guys. It's gonna help you financially and kind of take off that financial burden, guys. As a new entrepreneur, we've all been there, guys, if you know what I'm talking about, all right? So if not, guys, if you want to cash out immediately, here are the prices for the Shopify plans, guys, okay? Guys, just a warning, I'm in Canada, so I'm saying Canadian prices, guys. But again, I'm going to be translating these into USD, guys. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't stress it. You see Canadian dollars. It's fine. You're not on the wrong video, guys. It's just me. I'm in Canada. I'm in the wrong place. Okay. Jokes aside, guys, let me explain you what these plans include. And let me tell you what this would be in US dollars. So the first up, we got basic plan, okay? So it's 49 Canadian. If I have any fellow Canadians out there watching, guys, okay, it's 49 a month in Canadian, or in USD, it would be 29 US dollars, okay? So the basic plan, honestly, it's one of the best options for new Shopify business owners or entrepreneurs, or even if you want to do drop shipping. Honestly, guys, basic plan will cover essentially 99% of everything that you need, guys, okay? You have a pretty decent price on card transactions, because as you know, guys, every time somebody buys something on your Shopify store, guys, and if you're using Stripe or AKA Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and all that stuff, guys, okay, Shopify will charge you a small fee on each transaction, okay, and that fee is essentially translated into percentage, okay? So if you get a, for example, order on $20, you're going to be paying to Shopify 2.8% plus 30-cent fee per that order or transaction. Okay, guys, it's pretty small, guys. I know it sounds like they're charging a lot, but honestly, guys, it's not. It's much better and easier than dealing with Stripe directly, guys. If you ever done any custom websites and applications, dealing with Stripe is a bit of a pain. So Shopify is taking care of that. So that's why they are essentially charging. And they help you with fraud prevention and basically a bunch of other stuff under the hood, guys, okay? So it's pretty fair price for what they offer, okay? Then you have all the features that you essentially need. You have 45% discount on shipping, guys, if you decide to use shipping carriers that are partnering with Shopify, guys. So you're gonna be getting a 45% discount on shipping rates, guys, which is really cool, guys. You can get 10 inventory locations, guys, if you are a brand that has locations in different locations, okay? And of course, guys, you have a 24/7 chat support. Shopify support is pretty good. It's pretty fast, okay? So if you ever need them, they're gonna be there to hold your hand and help you out, okay? And next up, we got POS, which essentially if you have a physical store, okay? So you can have a online e-commerce and a physical store, then you probably using POS from Shopify, because it just makes sense, okay? Other than using third-party POS, if you are a physical merchant and if you have Shopify store, then it makes sense to kind of have it all in one place, all right? So next up we got Grow. It's essentially similar to Basic with some blows and whistles attached to it. Okay, so it's 132 Canadian dollars, or in the US, guys, hold on, in the US dollars it would be $79 a month. Okay, and as you can see, the fees per transaction are dropping, so essentially those are kind of the big differences. And again, guys, it's not really making a huge difference if you are just a beginner and you are not getting a lot of orders, guys. Of course, if you're getting hundreds or even thousands, or even like thousands of orders daily, guys, okay, it can make a difference long term. Okay, so if you combine all of these fees together, okay, there could be a pretty decent chunk in terms of the difference. Okay, but if you're just a beginner, guys, honestly, just stick with the basic. No need to go with the growth. But again, let me explain you in more details what else it offers. Okay, and then you have bigger shipping discounts, and you get also an additional insurance for your orders, guys. So if the order is lost in transit, or it's somebody steals it from customer's porch, for example, okay, there are some insurance benefits in place for orders, okay, which is kind of cool. Again, if you are doing the shipping yourself, if you're not doing drop shipping, guys, if you're doing drop shipping, honestly, it doesn't make a difference for you guys. Go again with the basic. Okay, you're not benefiting from this in any way. This is more for merchants who are actually packaging and selling their own and shipping out their own products, okay, because you will use a Shopify partner carrier and you will have to print labels from Shopify, and also you get those for a discount if you go with the higher plans, guys, okay. And then you obviously get better localization, okay, in terms of like you can get 5 additional staff accounts. Okay, this is really good if you're a business that needs to add their staff to their Shopify. Okay, for example, you have a manager, maybe you have a director and stuff like that, guys. You need to add their accounts to Shopify. So with Grove plan, you can essentially add up to 5 additional staff accounts. Okay, I'm not sure the basic one also has some. Let me guys check what are the limits on the basic one. Okay, so I just double checked, and essentially you have no staff accounts available whatsoever on the basic. That's actually a change. I remember when I just started off with Shopify a couple of years back, they did have staff account option in basic plan. So it looks like it's been changed, and they essentially are renaming it as solo entrepreneurs, which makes sense. Okay, so obviously there's no staff account when you're solo entrepreneur. But okay, so for small teams, okay, with the Grow plan, you can add up to 5 additional staff accounts. Well, they're saying 5 additional to what exactly? There were no staff accounts in the basic plan to start with. Okay, so but good marketing point. So next up we have advanced plan, okay, which is $517, or in US dollars it would be 299 US dollars. Okay, so here are the benefits of the advanced plan. So obviously, guys, as before, we have a much lesser percentage charge and fees on the credit cards. Actually, they have removed credit card fees. Let me just check. No, okay, guys, so they didn't. They just essentially are reducing it. Okay, it goes from 2.6 then to 2.4. So again, it's essentially just reducing the credit rate fees for the advanced plan even more than the Grow plan. Again, it's really good. As I mentioned, guys, if you're doing a lot of orders, like hundreds of orders or thousands of orders daily, guys, it will make a difference long term, guys. So if you are in that place already, and if you're just really looking to scale the business, then probably go with the highest plan, guys, so you can save on those transaction fees, guys. Okay, so it would make sense for somebody like you. Okay, so what are the other benefits? And essentially, we're just upping up on the staff accounts. We're jumping from 5 to 15. Okay, and then we are adding some localization upgrades. Okay, we have, in addition to 3 markets, okay, we have additional markets for $59 a month for each market. Okay, so I mean, it's pretty cool if you really want to go for localized markets. Okay, then it would be good for you. Essentially, if you guys are not sure what I mean by localized markets, it's essentially in Shopify you have this option that's called markets or Shopify markets, guys. Okay, and for example, you can take United States and Canada as North American market. Okay, well, it's not a good example, okay, because we have differences in the dollars, okay. So you're gonna have United States, okay, and United States you're gonna be selling in US dollars, okay. And for example, if you have also a Canadian dollar, okay, you're gonna be selling to Canadian market in Canadian dollars. So if I come as a user to your e-commerce Shopify as a Canadian with a Canadian IP address, your Shopify will automatically switch to Canadian currency, okay? And my experience will be in Canadian currency and in Canadian checkout, okay? If somebody is coming from US, they're gonna have US dollars and US checkout, okay? And then you can add, for example, European market, okay? You can add something like France, okay? And if somebody is coming to a Shopify store from France or they have French IP, guys, okay, their experience will be in euros, their checkout will be in euros, and also you can set your store language to French if you want to, okay? So Shopify does offer these automatic translations, but again, guys, I feel like $59 a month, okay, for an additional market is quite steep. Even if you are a successful business that's making money, guys, you can use third-party translation and currency Shopify apps that gonna probably charge you like $30 a month, and we'll discover those options later on. You can, for example, pay for $30 a month for an app that will convert the currency and even, for example, translate the language of your store to the user's local language and currency, okay? And it's gonna probably cost you something like $30 instead of you paying $59 per additional market. I feel like that's just kind of not logical, okay? So we'll discuss also which Shopify apps I do suggest and which Shopify apps are usually used alongside with Shopify. But again, guys, if you have that extra budget and you are just cashing out left and right, okay, then don't forget to buy me a free coffee as well, guys. But in all seriousness, guys, if you want to keep it all within the Shopify and you don't want to complicate things, then yeah, you can go ahead and have the $59 a month extra for additional markets, okay, guys, if you don't want to deal with third-party apps and all that stuff, guys. So if $59 a month is a small money for you, go ahead, cash out, okay, and keep it all within Shopify, okay. And then obviously you have the additional staff accounts. We are jumping from 5 to 15, guys, which is good. Again, this is really good if you are a established and bigger sized business, guys. So if you have more staff, then it makes sense if you want to have staff accounts and give access to your staff to Shopify store instead of just sharing a single email across your Shopify store, guys. But again, it can be done as well. But if you want to have for each staff their own Shopify account, then you know, the advanced plan might be the best fit for you. And then we have essentially a plus account, and you can't even get the plus account that easily. You have to actually reach out to Shopify and ask them to be bumped to a plus account, and there is a minimum 1 year commitment, okay? So you can't just like, you know, subscribe to a plan and then just next month cancel it like you could do with basic, grow, or advanced, guys. Okay, so there's a 1 year minimum commitment and you can just back out of it that easily, okay? So, and essentially they're gonna give you a much better credit card rates, okay? I mean, I hope so. If you're paying $2,300 a month, they better. And I forgot to mention what it would be in US dollars. And I believe for the plus plan, the price is exactly the same as Canadian, guys. So let me just take a look here. Yeah, I think plus plan is essentially the same thing for US. It's $2,300 a year, guys. Okay, yeah, I mean, because it's already says here, guys. Come on. So it's actually US dollars. Okay, they could have translated that in Canadian. I guess they were just like, okay, you know what, we're gonna leave it in the US. So yeah, $2,300 a month for the US. Okay, and as I said, you get much better card rates. Okay, and you have again roughly the same discounts for shipping. Okay, you have 200 inventory locations. Okay, that's really if you are huge business. Okay, and you are scaling globally and nationally or regionally, or you have bunch of locations across states. Okay, it really depends on your business model, guys. Okay, then you have localized selling. Well, here they're including now 50 markets instead of 3 markets. That's a good upgrade. Okay, and expected for $2,300 a month. Okay, so next up we have fully customizable high volume checkout. Okay, that's good because checkout experience is a bit limited in a sense if we go with something like basic or advanced, guys. So there's not really too many things you can customize on the checkout process. Okay, so you have some colors, you can customize some logos. Okay, and you can really play around with the layout. So with the Plus plan, you have more options to customize the checkout experience, which is great. But again, guys, there are third-party apps from, third-party app developers that can help you customize your checkout experience, okay, for probably way cheaper than that, okay. There are some limitations again for how much you can customize Shopify checkout page, because checkout page is handled by Shopify servers on the backend, so they don't give you too much access to the checkout page. But there are some ways to do it, and there are some apps that can help you with checkout experience and full customization for way less than 2,300 a month, guys. Okay, and then you have a wholesale and B2B option. Okay, so it's really important if you are selling to businesses and if you are selling wholesale to other Shopify merchants, guys, it's a good option, guys. Okay, but again, this is really if you are doing it on a big scale. Okay, you have a bunch of warehouses and you are selling to other businesses, guys, then definitely A plus is an option, guys. And if you need to learn more about it, just reach out to Shopify, because in any case, you can't just go ahead and subscribe to it. You will need to contact Shopify and talk to them and see if that's a best fit for your business model. Okay, guys, so let's just put it all down. So at the beginning, at the end of the video, we can actually see what will be the final cost for you to run a Shopify store. Okay, so we have a Shopify plan. If we looked at US dollars, that's going to be a $29 a month after the 3-month trial for $8. So let's say for the first 3 months, you spend $3, and the month after you're going to be spending $29. Okay, so we'll start from the month when you actually are starting to pay for your Shopify basic plan. Okay, that's my highly suggestion for anyone who wants to start Shopify, guys. You're going to start with basic, and that's going to put you back 29 bucks a month. So we'll put this here, guys, and we're going to be coming back to this every time we are adding something. Okay, so we can actually at the end see the final cost of your monthly cost for Shopify. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and minimize this, guys, and let's move on to the step 2, which is now you have Shopify, and now you need to have a Shopify theme, guys. Okay, so there's a lot of options. Shopify is actually offering a lot of free options for the themes, and Shopify themes are actually really good. They're like super fast, and recently they pushed more Shopify themes into their Shopify theme library. Okay, they recently updated their features, which included a bunch of new Shopify themes, guys. So honestly, they're pretty good. The only issue with Shopify themes I do see, they all look exactly the same. Okay, they're very simple, they're very plain, and they're very fast, but they look exactly almost identical to each other, with some small differences in layout and colors, of course. So let me go ahead and check out this one. So let's take a look at the horizon. This is one of the new ones. So 27% positive review, guys. Okay, so not that good. But anyways, let's take a look. So this is very Shopify specific. Okay, we have the banner section, we have the collections, and that's about it. Okay, guys, and it's super clean, guys. Okay, and there's not really too much stuff happening. If I open the product page, again, this is very typical for any fashion niche theme, guys. Okay, they are all super clean and sterile in a way. But again, if I open another one, so this is a different niche. Okay, this looks like more food niche. Okay, and 11% positive. Wow, amazing reviews. So if I open up this one, as you guys can see, it's very similar between each other. So let me just go back to the homepage. Go back it again. Okay, so here's the fashion and here is the food. Okay, so essentially very similar. We have banner, we have collections, and it's all kind of a spaced out full width. And the colors are very clean, very neutral, but again, it's super clean, okay? And to my taste, it's a little bit too static, okay? It just looks like a plain PDF presentation, okay? That you'll be presenting to your boss at 9 a.m. on a Monday, in my opinion, okay? It's just very simple, nothing really cool happening here, okay, guys? It could be good for luxury brands, okay? For luxury brands, you know, the less is better. But if you're running a typical e-commerce website or brand, guys, you want to have that dynamic and alive feel, guys. Okay, this feels like a flat piece of paper, okay, in my opinion, guys. So I mean, it's good like for what it is because it's free, guys. But yeah, if you guys ask for my personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of that. The one of the only few themes that I do like from Shopify, it's their classic one, Dawn. Okay, because Dawn is really good. It's very plain and simple, but it's highly customizable. Okay, so you have a lot of Shopify apps that you can add, and it works really well with the Dawn theme, and it's actually very fast and it has a lot of cool features. It has like badges, it has these little like pill options, and you can change the layout, and it has a bit of more life to it. Okay, so honestly, if I have to choose from free Shopify themes, guys, I would definitely go with Dawn, guys. Okay, and it's very easy to work with, and if you down the road want to get some customizable options or hire some freelancers, it's very easy to work with Dawn theme. Okay, or if you're a developer yourself, guys, Dawn theme, they have a repository on GitHub, guys. Go ahead, download the Dawn theme, and you can essentially build out your own Shopify theme based on the Dawn's architecture. Okay, guys. So that's option number 2. And the option number 3, guys, is Debutify AI Shopify theme. What I really like about Debutify's theme is that it's extremely flexible and it's extremely dynamic, and you have a lot of templates. Okay, guys. And best of all, you have around 90 widgets, or you can call them sort of a Shopify apps built into the Debutify theme, guys. So as you know, guys, you will need to have some Shopify apps that you will pay for if you install one of the free themes, guys. Okay, but the Debutify theme comes with all of these built in natively into themes code, and you can choose how many you want based on the plan option, guys. And also you can get a 30-day trial for only $1, guys, when you are creating your account with Debutify, guys. So if you want to claim that, just go to Debutify, start your trial, and you're going to get a 30-day $1 trial. And of course, guys, all these links will be available below the video in the description box, guys. So don't worry, all of this will be also added to description. Okay, guys, so don't worry. So as I mentioned, you have a bunch of widgets or Shopify apps built into the Debutify theme. Number 2, the Debutify AI theme is based on Dawn's architecture, meaning it's like extremely fast. Okay, by the time you blink, it's gonna load the entire website. Okay, and then you have a bunch of AI tools that you have with Debutify. Okay, I'm not gonna be covering all today, guys. I'm just gonna run into the basics. Okay, you have AI store builder and a bunch of other stuff like block generator. So guys, with the team, you have AI tools and a bunch of resources that will save you a lot of money, guys. Okay, down the road, for example. Okay, and you even have like access to courses like Meta Ads, Google Ads, and SEO, guys, and pretty much anything you would need to have as a new aspiring entrepreneur building a Shopify store or dropshipping, guys. If you have a dropshipping business model, so Debutify also offers a product research center. Okay, guys. Essentially, you can see all the trending products in dropshipping world, guys, that are trending and how much monthly sales this product is getting and what is the monthly revenue. So if you're dropshipping, literally with Debutify, you have a team and you know exactly which products are selling well, and then you import it in AutoDS, which will be essentially your platform for dropshipping. We'll discuss that in a couple of minutes, guys. Okay, and now let's jump into the pricing. So you have different plan options, and really the biggest difference is how many widgets or aka Shopify apps you want included with the Debutify theme, guys, and what level of support you want, guys. Okay, but again, for the beginners, you can start with a growth plan. It's more than enough. But if you want to have more widgets, then you go with the professional at $79 a month. Okay, and you get a lot of other perks like VIP customer service, guys. Okay, basics of custom development, if you need to change colors, layouts, or shapes within the theme, guys, so you don't need to hire a developer. You have a very basic level of custom development for the Debutify theme included with your plan. And enterprise, guys, again, if you need to have more than one store license, for example, if you need to have 3 store licenses under one business, guys, essentially enterprise gives you that, and you have the highest priority support, and you get 24/7 hour support with enterprise, guys, and you have the highest level of custom development support, guys. And again, guys, it's limited. Okay, they're not going to build a custom theme for you guys, but they will do some code changes if you want to do some small things here and there, which is also a huge benefit, because if you go on Fiverr or Upwork, guys, and you do a small contract for a smallest change for your Shopify theme, it's going to cost you at least $100, $120, guys, for a tiny change, okay? This comes already included with Debutify, guys, which is a really amazing perk, guys, okay? So let's say if you want to go with the paid plan with Debutify, that's going to cost you $29. Or you can go with Shopify's Dawn theme, which is 100% free, guys. Okay, so in this case, let's imagine we are going with Debutify's AI theme, guys, and we're going to add an additional $29 here, guys. So for now, our Shopify costs are $58 a month, guys, if we are going with the Debutify AI theme. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and continue to the next phase. Cool, guys, so now we need to have some basic apps. Okay, so if you're running either your branded Shopify store, or especially if you're running a dropshipping, guys, you will need to have a reviews. Okay, and for reviews, you should definitely go with something like Looks. Okay, Looks is probably one of the best players out there for Shopify apps in terms of reviews, guys. Honestly, they are really good. They're doing a really good job. And guys, I made a typo. It's with 2O, but it doesn't really matter. And it's built natively for Shopify. So it's really important, guys. Always look for the badge that says built for Shopify, because that will ensure there's the highest compatibility with your Shopify, guys, if you have this badge right here, guys, okay? And what's cool about the Looks, okay, not just only it looks good, let me just go ahead and open up the demo so you kind of gonna see how it looks like, okay? So they have all these widgets, which is pretty cool. You can have this, like, for example, homepage widget, absolutely love it. And you can have even videos, guys, okay? And you have all these little slideshows as well from Looks, okay? And my favorite part is honestly the ones on the product page, okay? And you have all these badges here as well, which is pretty awesome, okay? And then you have the main ones, okay? And it just looks so clean and nice, guys. And you have all these filters, okay? And I just love the way the layout is structured, guys. It just fits so well with your theme, and you have a lot of options to customize your reviews. And I believe they even offer import options for reviews from different platforms, okay? Which is really important if you are dropshipping, for example, okay? Usually you're gonna import your reviews from like Amazon or AliExpress, and Looks does offer some import options, okay? It's not really the main focus of Looks, okay? Because Looks is more about automating your review process. You know, they are really good at sending review requests to the customers when they receive an order, guys. And it's really good when you are building a brand, okay? Looks isn't the best option for dropshipping. You could use it, but for dropshipping, you can use these apps right here, guys. If you're running a dropshipping, I would highly suggest Ali Reviews, okay? Because here you can import reviews from AliExpress, Amazon, Temu, eBay, okay? Essentially, those are the main global platforms that you'll want to import your reviews from if you're doing dropshipping, okay? And they also look very nice, guys, here. And here they're even showing a dropshipping product. I clicked on the pop-up, I don't want it. Let me just open a product page. So here we have all the reviews, very similar to Looks. So most of the reviews will have very similar layouts, okay? But the cool thing about Ali Reviews is that you can import it directly from Amazon, Temu, eBay, and AliExpress, okay? Those are kind of the main platforms if you are doing dropshipping, guys. So if you're doing dropshipping, definitely check out Ali Reviews. And again, we forgot to look at the price. So let's see. So we can have free ones, but it's very limited, okay? So this one is $14.95 a month, okay? And if we go with the Looks, guys, let me go ahead so we kind of see the average price. And these guys are $12.99 a month, okay? So $14.95. So let's say the average price is roughly 14 bucks, okay? So let's say like $14 a month would be your pricing for a review app, okay? That's kind of the average market price for reviews. So now we have the Shopify base plan, we have the theme price, and now we're gonna add the $14 for the review app. So now we have a recurring cost of $72 a month for a Shopify store so far, guys, okay? So guys, now that you, for example, have an order, if you have your own products that you are creating, okay, then you're gonna have shipping costs for the labels, guys, okay? So Shopify partners with different shipping carriers, okay? So we have USPS, DHL, UPS, and FedEx, and also if we're doing it in Canada, we're gonna have partnerships with Canada Post and etc. And you're gonna have a discounted rates if you're shipping from Canada to US and etc. Okay, so you have all these carriers, and usually you have around 35 to 45% or even 53% based on plan of a discount for shipping, guys. Okay, and you're gonna be getting discounts on the labels, okay, guys, and you can actually pre-calculate how much the shipment will cost for you guys. And this is how you can do it. You go from Shopify shipping calculator in the settings. So all you need to do, you need to enter where you're shipping from and where you're shipping to. So for example, I'm just entering some dummy data just from my state or province to, for example, I'm shipping to US to New York, guys. Okay, and then this is the really important part, guys, okay, because the price will change based on the weight and the package size. Okay, so it's really important to choose the right packaging. Okay, you can use something like small boxes or polymail envelopes, okay, and just fold them in half to even decrease your costs less, guys. And guys, I have a full course on our Debutify channel on the costs for Shopify shippings and the best practice, guys. So go ahead and check it out because I'm not going to be covering it right now, guys. I'm just showing you the approximate cost that you'll be running into as a Shopify merchant. So here I'll put something like, I don't know, I guess the envelope is roughly about 20 centimeters, and the width, let's say it's going to be 15, and the height is going to be something like 10. Okay, and the weight will put something like 0.3 kilograms, which is like 300 grams. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we're going to calculate the cost. Okay, and now we see the cost. Okay, so this is going to cost me roughly $13. That's like for a small package, and we have a option for small packet USA Air. Okay, that's going to be by plane, and it's going to be tracked packet USA. I think that's going to be by a truck. Okay, delivered by truck, guys. Okay, and here we have a estimated time 7 to 7 days, and I'm guessing the small packet US Air will be less than that. Okay, so essentially, for example, let's say you are a small merchant and you are shipping small orders. Okay, they're not too big in size, something not too big. So let's reel in a average price of $14 per order. Okay, so and let's say you are doing, I don't know, like as a beginner, you're doing something like 200 orders a month. Okay, and essentially you're going to be paying 2,800 a month for your shipping labels. Okay, so again, it will depend on your business model, and obviously that sounds loud, but if you are doing 200 orders, probably your revenue is much higher than that, guys. Okay, so again, if you want to be sure the exact price you will be paying for your Shopify orders and how much it's going to cost you to ship it to somewhere, maybe not US, maybe to Europe, okay, you can use Shopify's shipping calculator. It's for free, guys. So once you create an account, you're going to have access to this, guys. So go ahead and check it out and see the average, the monthly or the daily or the weekly that you will have to pay for the shipping labels, okay? And then just multiply that by the next 30 days, and it's going to give you a average, at least monthly, okay, how much you'll be paying for that, guys. Okay, so that's for that, guys. So I'm not going to be putting it into our calculator because it's a very individual cost. Okay, it could be 200 orders, it could be 100 orders, it could be 50 orders per month. Okay, so it really will depend. So I'm not going to calculate that because it's very individual, guys. Okay, so far we have Shopify cost, we have Shopify theme cost, and again, it's optional. I'm just reeling in the Debutify's AI theme because it's a good option down the road. But if you don't, you can use Shopify's free theme. Okay, so there are 2 price points for that. Okay, and what if you want to do drop shipping, guys? Okay, so for drop shipping, there are a few options. There is a paid option and there's a free option. Okay, so for the paid option, you can use something like AutoDS. Okay, and AutoDS essentially is a drop shipping platform where you can select a bunch of products to drop ship from, guys. So the way dropshipping works, guys, you don't hold the inventory. Essentially, you use something like AutoDS, and they have connections to all these third-party suppliers like Amazon, Walmart, AliExpress, Temu, even eBay, like a lot of the most common platforms, okay? And you essentially place an order through the platform, and the platform sends a order request, for example, to AliExpress. AliExpress fulfills the order and sends it to customer, and AutoDS essentially processes the order number, sends you the shipping label, shipping tracking number, and you send the tracking number to customer. And after a couple of days or a week or two, customer receives the order from AliExpress, and you take the markup price that you put for the product. For example, AliExpress was selling it for $5, you are selling it for 25, so you paid $5 to AliExpress, and you're keeping the $20 for yourself. Okay, in a very basic way, that's how dropshipping works, guys. Again, we have courses in dropshipping on our YouTube channel, so go ahead and check it out. Okay, so let me show you how AutoDS works. Okay, so you have the platform right here. Okay, let me just relog in. So you will essentially just kind of search for a product that you're looking for. For example, something like pet bed. Here we have a option for pet bed. Okay, so I will just click on this product, and I'm gonna essentially click on import the draft, and it's literally gonna import the product directly into my Shopify products. And then I'm gonna change the price, improve the images, description, guys, and it's ready to sell, guys. Okay, so the only disadvantage with something like AutoDS, it's not for free, guys. Okay, they have a paid plan. Okay, because it's sort of a AI automated platform, so there's a lot of AI features that automate things for you guys, and it does come at a cost. Okay, and honestly, AutoDS is really good for more advanced dropshippers. Okay, so if you've done dropshipping before, and if you're looking really for something to scale and automate your operations for dropshipping, AutoDS is a good option, but not a good option for beginners. Okay, really not too much advantages for you to use AutoDS as a beginner. Okay, because first of all, it's more complex, and they don't have a free tier, guys. Okay, there's a minimum of $27 a month for the plan, guys. Okay, and even when you are fulfilling orders through AutoDS, there are AI credits that you need to pay on top, and then you need to pay to the supplier. So really a lot of costs for a beginner if you're doing dropshipping, guys. So if you are a beginner, guys, use something like CJ Dropshipping. Okay, CJ Dropshipping is really good because first of all, you don't have to pay for the app itself. It's free to install. You will only pay to the supplier, okay? Because CJ Dropshipping has agreements with a bunch of suppliers, okay? So they essentially work based on the fees from each transaction, and they make a lot of money from their CJ packet shipping method. Okay, so CJ dropshipping shipping method is much better than something like AliExpress standard. Okay, it's safer and it's usually much faster. Okay, and essentially that's how CJ dropshipping they make money. They make money from all the fees and shipping fees that you will be paying when you are ordering from the supplier, guys. Okay, and it's much cleaner and transparent and much more options to choose from, guys. Okay, and very beginner friendly, guys, and really easy to use, guys. Okay, so again, it will depend, the final cost will depend on how much products you're selling, guys, but essentially the way it works, customer places an order. Okay, that order gets synced to CJ Dropshipping. You're going to be paying for the order directly to CJ on the CJ Dropshipping. Once you complete the order will be sent as paid to the supplier. Supplier will process the order, and they're going to ship it out to the customer. So it's super easy and straightforward, guys. Then another cool option is Shopify Marketplace. So essentially Shopify Marketplace lets you connect your Shopify with Amazon, with Etsy, and other major platforms, okay? And it can sync up the orders and order data directly with your Shopify, which is really cool if you're trying to expand and grow across different platforms, guys, okay? And also to start, it's free, guys. And I believe there is a fee after certain amount of orders. Okay, here. So first 50 marketplace synced orders a month are free, and then you get charged 1% per additional synced order, which is capped at $99 a month, guys. Okay, guys. So it's a really cool option, guys, if you want to expand across different platforms and use Shopify for that and connect it to Amazon and all the other marketplaces, guys. Shopify Marketplace Connect is definitely a way to go, and you get a generous free tier. And even after the 50 synced orders a month, guys, a 1% dollar fee sorry, a 1% additional fee, it's pretty cheap as well, guys. Okay, guys. So again, I'm not going to be putting it into our global calculation because this will vary based on the merchant, guys. So again, it will depend on how much you're selling and what's your order value. Guys, the last point I want to discuss is Shopify starter plan. Okay, so in the US, in US dollars, you're gonna have it for $5 a month. In Canada, it's $7 a month, guys. Okay, and the starter plan essentially is different in a way that it gives you a very, very basic and simple website that you don't really need to design. You're just gonna select a sort of a template and just add the product and you are ready to sell. This is really useful if you are sending people, for example, from your TikTok or Instagram, okay? So if you have large following or TikTok, for example, you're just gonna plug and play your link in bio, and then people can land on a very well and fast mobile optimized sort of landing page slash mini website, and they can buy your product or service right away. So it's very basic and limited, but only does one thing, and it helps you to sell product, okay? So that's really all it is optimized for. So if you need more customization options or you need like more, advanced features, then you will need to go with Shopify Basic. But if you need to just sell a single product from your TikTok, guys, then starter plan is to go. You don't need to have any design skills or anything like that. And it's super cheap, $5 a month in US or $7 a month if you are in Canada, guys. And guys, our final price for your Shopify is essentially $72 a month. And that is even with included paid Debutify AI team, guys. So if I deduct the Debutify AI team, you are only running into $43 a month with the Shopify basic plan and sort of a required Shopify app for reviews, which is either looks or alley reviews if you're doing dropshipping, okay? But those are like really the two core apps. Oh, well, yeah, one core app depending on either looks for your brand. If you're doing brand Shopify or if you're doing dropshipping, then alley reviews, guys. But roughly, you're gonna be looking at $42 a month for the basic plans, guys, okay? So don't forget, I'm not including supplier costs if you're doing dropshipping, and I'm not including shipping label costs if you are doing shipping yourself, because that is very individual and will depend and have huge differences depending on your order value and how much you're shipping and what's your, like order value, guys, okay? So that's why I'm not really including in here, guys. So obviously it's gonna increase by a lot or by little, depending on how many orders you're getting, guys. But again, the base Shopify itself price is gonna set you back roughly $43 a month, guys. So Shopify, is it expensive? No, not really. The overall business cost as you grow and scale, yes, it will become expensive. But again, if you're making good revenue, again, it's all going to be a equilibrium, okay? And it's going to be a pretty fair business platform to use for your e-commerce, okay, guys? So honestly, Shopify is still today the best option if you're doing e-commerce, guys. I've tried Magento, which is, I don't even have any comments about Magento. Okay, we have Wix and we have WordPress, okay? So honestly, they are decent, but honestly, they don't even come close to Shopify in terms of how easy it is to set up a e-commerce store with Shopify. And if you compare with WordPress, okay, WordPress is good for advanced stuff, but absolutely not friendly for beginners, guys. And Shopify is taking the #1 place as a winner for e-commerce up to date in 2025, guys. So $43 a month for the best e-commerce platform, guys. I think, in my opinion, it's fairly priced. And guys, that's pretty much a wrap. I hope you did enjoy the content and it was useful. And now your head is kind of more clear in understanding if it's a good option for you or no. In any case, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. Is it too expensive for you? Or you think it's fairly priced, guys, okay? And if you have any other feedback, again, let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy the content, guys, like and subscribe, guys. And I will see you next time, and happy selling and success with your Shopify business, guys.